I think, okay, it's going. Welcome to the Lynn's podcast. That's how you start a show. You just break everyone's eardrums and they're totally bought in. Because they can't hear the rest of it.
To the league cast. Yay.
I'm content with this weekend. I like this weekend. This is a good weekend. I'm pretty happy.
This is an interesting weekend. Very interesting.
Really? Because all of you got 0% on the predictions. I was the closest. Kind of.
Kind of.
With only one correct pick. Which, you know, still good going, but...
I mean, technically, I was close. Technically, I got one right. Just flip the Dignitas part.
Yeah. You saw the Dignitas instead of the 100 Thieves, and it just you got a little screwed up in your head. I understand how it is.
It's just it was the all right. Just yeah. Ooh.
All right.
Nobody expects Dignitas to absolutely throw their series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was.
We had expectations this time, and that's our bad, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of our fault. Expecting Dignitas to perform against 100 Thieves who proved not to be able to perform and then could perform when given everything, but you know. That's the second series. We got a much more entertaining series for me in front of this one. I'm gonna admit I need a little Pepto for this one because goddamn these motherfuckers pulled out top lane Nocturne.
They did.
Easy game, by the way.
Top lane Nocturne.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought Hootie was gonna hit.
He did the second time they picked it. It was absolutely failing, okay. and then they got some good fights out of it.
Yeah. I still don't like Volibear. Well, Volibear might be good against it. They picked Volibear.
Oh, Volley top.
Yeah. So it's like, I guess it's good against Nocturne, but I mean...
Volibear has a lot of wave clear.
Yeah. It's good against Nocturne, I'll give you that, but it's like... When it comes to like a team fighter, yeah. He's just a flashback.
Just a flashback.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, he's just a meat popsicle out there.
A meat popsicle? Oh my god.
He's out there just taking every hit possible.
Alright.
What do you expect from an Ice Bear, okay? A lightning Ice Bear.
Okay,
just take the Scion instead. Be a better meat popsicle.
So I gotta call out this hilarious drafting from Evil Geniuses. Do you want to know what they picked for jungle all 4 games?
For EG?
Yes.
Lilia?
Yeah, Lilia.
They picked Lilia for 4 games, and they lost 3 of those 4 games. Do you know what that tells me about Lilia?
It's not good.
She's not good. Do you know how not good she is?
Okay, what's the run rate? Give it to me straight.
In game 1, they pick... TSM pick Udyr. Then Evil Geniuses lock in Tristana Lilia. And then TSM just lock in Xyrel. Why are we locking in Lilia instead of Rel?
Well, yeah. Why is this a thing?
And then they follow up with a fucking Gragas.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, that was pain.
Oh.
So,
I don't like.
I don't get
their
why
drafting is awful. Like their pick priority is ridiculously bad. Like I don't understand why we're prioritizing Lilia at all. I don't understand why we're prioritizing Gragas at all when we're not trying to flex him to top lane. Instead, we flex him to support because for some reason we think Scion's the option instead of saving the Scion pick. I don't fucking know. I don't get it. Okay, so the other problem with this comp in game 1 is that they have Yone into Syndra.
Oh yeah,
Yone has an advantage over Syndra, but he never got it, and that's kind of how they lost.
I mean, problem. Why Why?
What? Why are they
Why
picking
is
Yon?
No, why is Jizuke playing Gion?
I
Why?
mean, does Jizuke have?
No.
Has interesting picks sometimes.
How the fuck do you spell Jizuke?
I think there's two eyes.
Z
Oh,
Y Z.
that's why I can't find it. He has 3 games on it this season, and 1 win.
Yeah. Why is he playing him?
I don't know. Who was that win against? Oh, it was against Team Liquid.
Oh,
yeah.
that's a pretty big one.
That.
Oh, we
I
played
mean-
it against fucking Galio.
I mean, okay, you're gonna land everything on Galileo, I guess.
You know what beats Galio pretty well? AD
Yeah.
fighters.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
Mhm.
What is he gonna do? Like,
Oh
move?
my god.
You also have a touch
Yeah.
of magic damage.
So, I think you can definitely look at the first 2 games from EG and see exactly what they needed to get right every champ select to make this to get wins. Because in game 2 they won by making
Yeah.
that one switch where they pick Rel in their first rotation instead of matching junglers like some idiots. Like, why would you
Yeah,
ever match
Bad
junglers
match
there?
jungle. Look, if you're not gonna get Hecarim, if you're not gonna get Hecarim or Udyr, get something else. Well, they did
Mm.
call it.
Well, they banned out.
Yeah.
There's 2 jungle bans for EG, and the
There's the
Azir.
Hecarim and the Olaf. So
I just.
they should have just called it. I don't know
Now
why.
they adapt again in game 4 by banning out the Orianna,
Yeah, but
but
then
then
they leave out.
they
yeah.
let Tristana through to round 2 blue side.
And then did TSM not get a TF?
They
No, that was
did,
game
yeah, they let TF through, but they prio picked Syndra in their first rotation. They picked basically 3 heavy priorities, because putting PoE on Syndra absolutely like cuts out a lot of champions that Jizuke can play. Like anybody who's squishy, you basically can't play. And then they don't follow up by matching that mid lane pick, so they end up banning out 2 good options in the Lucian and the Yone for them to
Yeah.
be able to kind of have a good skirmish fight comp.
Yeah,
But I think the good thing they did here for Evil Geniuses is they dropped the Olaf ban, which was getting them nothing, and banned Orianna instead. Because
Yeah,
TSM
but-
kind of showed that they'll pick Udyr in every matchup. They'll always first pick it.
yeah. And then Jizuke on Nico.
And they counter picked
that's pretty
Aatrox. They had top lane counter pick and they locked in Aatrox against Camille.
Yeah. 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 Why?
Because they
Oh,
wanted to
that's-
lose lane.
Yeah, that was game 4. Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't want to win. They didn't want to pick anybody who can like deal with them. Jax! Sorry. I thought of a champion that could actually do well into this comp. It was so bad. Like,
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. There were some times where I saw like Lost kind of it. I think it's like a
yeah, but
game-
here's the problem.
Yeah.
Every time Lost inted, definitely inted twice.
True. I was just like,
What's wrong with
questionable.
that?
Like some questionable choices, but I mean, yeah, you got sadly the better team wins.
These playoffs are going to come down to what AD carry insta the least.
As
Oh.
it should be. Because that's the true test of league skill, not inting as ADC.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. So, what are my overall thoughts? Back on the Nocturne pick really fast. I thought that it was actually a pretty good pick against Tristana specifically because it forces Tristana to hold her jump until Nocturne lands, but you also apply a lot of pressure by simply ulting onto her. And in a lot of the comps, there's nobody that would be able to follow Tristana to help peel after she jumps away, and Nocturne would just pressure her out of every fight every time. And in that respect, I think it worked out well. In lane, it wasn't really that useful. You're kind of supposed to use Nocturne to secure Herald and get a gank off mid lane at 6, but it's really easy to just not be in vision at 6 as soon as Nocturne leaves top lane. But
yeah, but it's still good for roaming.
It gives a lot of like side lane pressure on inhibitors. Not that I think that was ever really a factor in these games. TSM just seemed to have much better team fighting and better like they played to their strengths better. EG countered themselves in so many respects, and then definitely just chucked everything.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. I guess there's could have been a time where EG could have won some of these.
I mean, yeah, 100%. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out. Oh yeah. The Orianna in game 3 was basically the only thing keeping TSM in it, because Orianna landed like 3-4 man ultimates.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely insane, and then definitely just got grabbed out by Sword Art. So between that, it's like nothing else mattered in this game besides those 4 things.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, this rail pick is actually. Ooh, wow.
Sword Art does pretty good against Rella's ally. I think that he shut down so many engages by her every time.
Yeah.
There were like Rel got a couple of good fights off, but not so much. Like in game 1 when TSM had it, Rel was doing crazy shit. But
yeah,
whenever Rel was on EG, it felt like nothing. Oh, they also picked Rel for 3 games. The only game they won was when they had Rel. Holy shit.
Yeah. Rel is a good champion.
Oh my god, why do we pick Aatrox into Camille?
I don't know.
Everybody saw that get locked in, and everyone's like, well, Camille has advantage.
I still don't like Camille
teleporting Knight. I
don't care what you say.
Here's the problem is what he did was he then proceeded to try to fight past his team like 4 times with it.
Yeah.
I don't know why he played like that.
Yeah. He's like, I got it. Oh, I don't have flash.
I saw him blow his fucking E cooldown to like barely dive under turret and like poke out 200 more health off of Gnar or something. No, not Gnar.
Yeah. No, it was Gnar.
Was it Gnar? Yeah, it was Gnar. And I'm just sitting here like, hang on. So now you don't have your E. You ate a tower shot. You're 150 HP and the jungler's coming. What was your plan here?
Yeah, I know, right? You think that you kill him and be like, oh, and now I remember why I have flash.
Well, he couldn't have killed him. Even with flash, he wouldn't have killed him. It's just so.
Well, you could escape with flash.
Bad. But he didn't know, because you just don't go for that play even with flash. Okay, with flash, he might have been able to get in extra damage and make it work. And like, because you can flash over the hump and cut off their path towards the tower. But because he has to wait on his E, he should chase him to Tribush and then walk back to the wave. There's no, like, he still waits 4 more seconds from walking into Tri to get to the turret before the E comes back up. Like, I don't understand why he's chasing this.
Yeah.
It's such a waste of time. Just go farm the wave. The dude's got 300 HP. If you watch back up, you can use the E. That's what the E is for.
Yep.
Also, whatever the fuck this TF was, game 2. What the hell?
Good question. I'm surprised. I was like, nothing good.
So, was there anything else? Oh no, I'm just losing my goddamn mind over them picking Lilia for 4 games.
Yep, finally you understand.
She's so bad. I don't understand why people like her, and they're nerfing her. I feel like she's awful. It feels so bad to me.
I never let it start. Why?
Hey, Mom, what do you think was EG's downfall this series?
I think they got too invested into team fighting sometimes, which would be like, okay, there would be times that I see like, definitely got chunked out before the fight starts, right? And at that point, of course, TSM's raring to go. You try to opt out of that team fight pretty hard, right? Your AD carry's not going to deal significant damage. It's probably going to get jumped on. Either like Syndra ult's going to come across or an Orianna ult's going to come across, like something along those lines. But I think that there were times when EG took a fight because they thought, okay, even though we may not be in an optimal position, we can still find a way to out team fight them. And that just was never the case.
Was it game 4 where Definitely got a bunch of kills? And to be honest, I felt like that was the worst outcome that they could have had, is giving all of the gold to Definitely. Not because of Definitely's like suicidal tendencies this game or this series, but because the enemy team has a Syndra, a Camille, and an Udyr, which means you can just dive the Kai'Sa, and as soon as she blows her E, she's dead. Like, the E's gone, Camille's right on top of her, and she gets free ult. There's a free combo from Syndra, the bear slap's coming into. It's just like, there's nothing this AD carry can do, and nobody's able to help because there's too many different people able to burst her out.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Let me see.
That was very unfortunate.
The only thing you could theoretically do is if you were able to keep one, you have to spot the Camille, right? If the Camille gets onto her, it's over. You can't protect her at any point. But basically, the Rel has to be next to her at all times. But at the same time, that Rel is also a significant amount of your engage. So
yeah, it's very hard to stick onto your AD carry all the time in a team fight when you are the engage. And like I'm wondering why they don't lock in, like, I don't know, like Orianna or something better to combo with Rel. Like, there's a reason why TSM won game 1 so goddamn hard with Rel and with Rel alone, because she just has so much good lockdown and engage. And when your only carry is Tristana, because your mid lane Yone is now 1 in 3 at 20 minutes, like, guess what? I just go on the Tristana every fight. And if she jumps away, Nocturne flies over top of me, and now she's still dead. So they needed to think about their team fight comp more than whatever their early jungling was, because their early jungling wasn't doing it either. This Lilia just felt awful to me. Like, it did nothing. I didn't notice the Lilia being a make or break part of this any of their compositions.
yeah.
Also, what the fuck is this Nico pick? Why?
Jizuke likes it.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like it. I like the Nico.
But why? Why is it good here? Someone explain to me why this is a good pick.
One, it was able to actually do more better than Lilia, in my opinion. That's
what does better than Lilia?
I mean, it was able to do better than what Lilia was.
Well, that's because
being able to lock
Nico
down
has
targets and
damage. Lilia doesn't.
True, and if she was able to lock them more,
I guess it's good against Udyr a little bit.
It's good against Alistar too.
Until he builds a what's the fucking item called? Force of Nature?
Chem tank?
No.
Oh.
Until he builds Force of Nature, you have a shot that's blowing him up. But once he builds Force of Nature, hitting him is going to make him faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is gonna.
I mean, that's what definitely was there for. So I mean, blow him the hell up before he comes at Mach 10 to will kill you.
I don't know. I like that Tristana is becoming a prio pick.
Yeah, I do.
And she can just be flexed everywhere.
Also,
I haven't seen many other teams besides C9 flex it though.
Also, something I've been seeing a little bit more is that Xayah.
Lost Xayah is actually very good.
It's good. I don't know. I don't like Xayah that much. I feel like Kai'Sa is better, but okay, you want to pick them depending on what ult you're trying to dodge. If you can dodge the ults by diving onto their backline or like you're trading places with backlines in a fight, and then you're kind of doing a reverse front to back fight where your tanks are trying to hold space in between each tank and hoping the other tank dies first. So I guess it's pretty good if you're trying to avoid getting dove versus trying to counter dive or something. But I don't know. I like Kai'Sa more because I feel like it has more damage.
Yeah.
I also kind of think Sivir is just better overall utility.
Yeah,
Well,
and or
yeah.
just passive damage. Oh my goodness, those boomerangs hurt.
Front to back team fight. This is my comfort zone.
So
Yeah.
this is it. Try to die.
Standing
Yeah.
at the back, throw a Q. And then W.
This fucking Aatrox pick. All right. I'm done with this stupid series. EG has tilted me with their stupid drafting. Their bans were good. I don't know what happened with these stupid picks though. They had great bans for the most part.
Yeah.
I don't know the Rakan ban. The Rakan ban I was a little shaky on until I saw someone play Zyra Rakan the next day.
True.
Uh,
Okay, on to the next one.
All right. Next series we got. Oh, I forgot to put. Hang on. Before we go on, let's talk about the results. So I was the only one that called any series correctly. Everybody else was just dead wrong.
Hey, I did put in the right number of games. One.
I don't award points for that.
1/4 of a point.
1/4 portion.
Yeah, well, we were expecting maybe EG could have had a slight edge in the team fighting, seeing how TSM's like last series, they looked like they had regressed a lot, but it seemed like they'd learned a lot from their previous series and came back a bit.
I was expecting a bigger priority on playing through like Impact and using Deftly as like a secure fallback AD carry. Instead, they're playing around Deftly and mid lane. For I guess they're playing around mid lane because Jizuke played Nico fucking and Yone. Like, I don't really know what these picks are. Like, I don't get it.
They're supposed to be. Oh man, the Yone you gotta pair with something else though. Like it just feels by itself. It's supposed to be like this big team fight ulti that's supposed to be able to get off, and it's supposed to be AD and AP together, so it's mixed damage. You can't really build against it, but the ultimates just weren't really there. The team fight synergy just weren't really there. If Yone goes in, normally you'd expect like, I don't know, like a Galio ult or something.
Well, Yone was just getting blown up left and right. No matter what Yone did, Yone was feeling it. Yone could do nothing like this entire series.
You would have needed to get him a bit of an early lead and then just secure vision. Which
they kind of did. I think I'm remembering this right. In like game 3, Yone got off the ground a lot cleaner. But it still wasn't enough.
Whoops.
Like I don't like what they're picking for Jizuke. They like I don't see why you're picking this. Jizuke is proven to be volatile. Giving him these really volatile out of meta picks. Like, I'm not saying Yone's that far out of meta, but Yone is definitely not one of the best mid laners in the game right now. People are gonna call him broken, whatever the fuck. He's not that broken. He has bad matchups, lots of them. And like, if you're playing a farm champion against Yone, you can just play back, farm your lane, and not ever interact with him and never give him a lead. He's got to roam to a side lane to get a lead. And when his jungler is Lilia, his side lane roams are really weak. So, I don't know. I guess they have better objective control in that instance, but they weren't doing it. It wasn't happening. It just it felt like they came in unprepared for winning mid lane, and they just gave PoE options every time. And TSM adapted by early picking Syndra game 4, and I think that won them this series. Like, that pick alone.
Okay, well, on to the next series.
All right.
Dig versus 100 Thieves.
Dignitas versus 100 Thieves, or as one astute Redditor called it, Exodia versus 5 Beaver Warriors.
Oh boy.
That's my favorite comment this week.
Yeah. Wow, just
Shout out
So-
the Beaver Warrior card though.
So as you can tell from our predictions, we all had expectations of Dignitas. And
Dardoch wanted me to remember why I don't like him on my team.
yeah. He
Uh-huh.
reminded me of what he truly is.
yeah, just kind of
You knew I was a snake when you let me in.
Yeah.
had a good game
It's all of
one,
us.
and then absolutely nothing else. Like, oh man.
I don't even blame him for losing this series. Okay, in game 3, they take 2 fights bot lane, and they barely don't kill like 3 people. And I'm just sitting here, and I'm feeling. I've played this game before. I've pulled those ganks off, and I'm just like, the worst part is if those kills go through, I think we're ahead. But they just didn't, and they escaped with 10 HP on 3 effing champions. And I've just wasted so much time trying to gank this lane. And now they took Dragon, now they took Herald, now they're pounding every turret. Nope, game's out of my hands. Can't do anything. Oh, it feels bad when that happens. I don't even feel like Dignitas did anything wrong. It just happened. And I couldn't, like, you just can't stop it. It's like watching a train crash. You just can't look away.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Dion,
Oh,
you
we
posted a
almost-
meme with the fucking play button in the middle, bro. My guy. My guy. That's unlucky, bro.
Yeah. but
Oh,
That's how I feel about Dardoch. That's how I feel about Dignitas. Wow. Just,
on the
like-
opposite side.
yeah, 100 Thieves, man. I'm not gonna lie, Ryoma, he's showing why he wants his spot now.
He played Oriana and Zoe.
Yeah.
That's the only
And-
2
hey.
champions he ever plays.
Yep.
You're not
Did
wrong.
it get them the dub of a 3-0?
Right,
Yes.
but this is why I have problems with Dignitas draft. Like, honestly, they lost this shit in draft pick because they're just like, we got options here. Why is anybody banning Gangplank ever? I don't... Why are we picking Gangplank?
I don't know.
Someday is still scary.
I'm not
on
gonna lie. The
Gangplank.
fact that there's a Nara up,
So,
like,
did anybody recognize the, like, inflection point in game 1?
the inflection. I'm trying to remember where that was. I do remember seeing it.
It
I forgot what
happens at exactly Dragon 4. At Dragon 4, when a Heart of Thieves take that dragon, it denies Dignitas so much. Because
Oh,
now they've had 10 minutes. Now they have to have 10 minutes of from when they first had their lead to transition it into a soul. And at the end of this
Yeah.
10 minutes, they're going to
Yeah.
be 10 minutes from the game being a guaranteed loss.
yeah. I see what you mean.
And that's
Yeah, this is-
exactly what happened. As soon as Heart of Thieves got that first dragon, or their first dragon,
yeah.
the Dignitas could do nothing. And I think
Yeah.
that happened every game. As soon as 100 Thieves got their
Thieves
first
got a
dragon, Dignitas were absolutely useless. Because I think that's how 100 Thieves kind of plays, is they don't take dragon until they think they have control. And otherwise, they'll succeed you with dragons. Which is, it is a gigantic, it's a weak spot where you can hit them. Because if you can get that 4th dragon, if Dignitas get that 4th dragon game 1, they've got this. I think they can close this game out. They're tanky enough that an Ocean Soul is enough to win them a lot of fights. But the
They just
problem,
didn't get that.
they couldn't get it because of Gangplank. Did you even watch this Gangplank in a side lane? Because it was horrendous. I couldn't stand watching Gangplank slowly bleed out their lead. They had such a lead. They had a great lead. And then Gangplank's just like, hey guys, he's like limping around with his arm chopped off, spurting blood everywhere. How we doing?
I think you mean it's only but a scratch. But
I think that shirt's in the wash.
but yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Neo and Afro they're playing their minds off down in bot lane. I was just like, wow, you guys are really doing it. You guys really want to like win. And then poor game.
Okay. I wasn't sold on the Thresh
Sorry.
the Thresh
For what?
Kalista pick instantly. I'm still not sold on the Ahri. I will never be sold on the Ahri. I was not sold on the Thresh kill as the pick instantly, but seeing how they pressured early objectives with the bot side and how they were able to like kind of convert on it, I think I think it's pretty good against FBI and Hui, because I expect FBI and Hui to win this matchup, and they just didn't. They didn't win the matchup, so that's pretty good. And they really took away a lot of options from Hui. Rel was never banned, but because they first picked Thresh, you don't care.
You don't want to pick Rel.
But then they banned Set and Nautilus.
Yep.
I don't get it. Alistar is like the second best AD carry right now, and Orianna and Zoe are the only two supports. Bite me. And Alistar and Orianna and Zoe are the only two champions I've ever seen Ryoma perform on. Why are we banning who he supports? Is there something about his set that is so good that I didn't see him absolutely chuck on in the last like 2 weeks of the regular season? Because I saw him play in the last 2 weeks. It was bad. It was very bad. Did not look very good. So I don't understand what we're scared of Hui for. And we're not banning out Ryoma. Ryoma, look, if mid lane isn't picked by round 2, you need to target ban Ryoma. I don't get it. It makes no sense not to. Hui is not a bad support on a lot of things.
Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
There's so many problems with what Dignitas is doing. There's the Ahri pick, there's the Gangplank pick, there's the Volibear jungle. That's just game 1. Because in game 2, they get Udyr, and it's just like, alright, you got Udyr, but you gave him the same fucking comp. But they have Rel now.
Yeah, they have Rel, yeah. So, yeah, game 2, I'm just like, they just gave him the upgrade. I was like, wait a minute, this is a run back. Except you have a different team, but they have the same one. But with a Rel, you made it even better for them. I was like, what happened? Where'd your guys' brains go?
And that's when I realized. Pick Ahri.
Yeah. I was just like, Dignitas, why? Why are you doing this? We had hope for you. Like, I like. Also, I really don't know why these mid laners out here are like picking Ahri. Like, what is so good about Ahri? Like that you're picking her now.
The other thing is in game 1, Ahri went for Morellonomicon, which is the dot item, not the amp to bonus HP item it is now. So because they're on 11.5.
Yeah.
So it's a frontline slow shred item. Like I don't really know why you do. It's not bad into their comp. They have 3 tanky champs, but like you get someone who can kill their carries. The tanks don't matter if the carries are dead. Like I don't get it. Why are we playing this? I don't even know what Saligo's good at. Apparently he's good at Azir, and they're just leaving up Azir. Like if you pick Ahri twice and not Azir in one of those 2 instances, I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. I just, oh my god, I don't get it. Oh, and how Alistar and Rel are both up, but you ban Nautilus and Set again over either one of those champions is beyond me. I don't.
Yeah, I was very much. Like,
help me, someone, for the love of God.
There's no help here. There's no.
So many problems, and we're banning Tom Kench. Why are we banning Tom Kench? Are you afraid of them playing Seraphine TK?
Or Senna TK.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, that might be it, but
like if you're afraid of that,
you have other things.
I think that has to be the only reason why you would ban Set, but they already picked Kai'Sa.
Yeah.
Game 2, they've already picked Kai'Sa. Game 1, they've already picked Kai'Sa. I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, alright. Game 3. They have a little bit of an adaptation because they've swapped sides. They banned Gnar. Yeah. They banned Gnar instead of banning Renekton because they first picked Renekton.
Yes.
But, like,
Mm-hmm.
Then we ban Gangplank.
Yeah, I don't know why you're banning gameplay. If you... Yeah.
The Azir ban's okay. It's not a bad ban.
Oh, yeah.
But
I mean, yeah, but I mean,
Gang-
it's illegal.
what's this? Who the fuck
I mean,
is
it'd
the
be
other
nice.
ban?
What? Oh, for who?
In game 3, who's the other ban besides Thresh? What the fuck?
Oh, Vayne.
Oh, right, the Vayne. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
I don't know
Like,
where it came
oh.
from. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm just like F8. We're just gonna ban that. There's nothing else to ban. It. They just said we're just gonna.
So, I feel like this came down to Dignitas's abysmal drafting and 100 Thieves' really strong ability to transition into the mid game. Like that was what was winning them game 2 and 3. It was like they just steamrolled right into mid game. Even if they were like from even or with a lead, they had absolute control going into mid game. Game 1 was the only one where it was kind of close for a while. But then they got that dragon, and their mid game just goes crazy. You just start stacking the dragon, and the game's over. It was I don't know. I like watching the series a lot more than the TSM series because I felt like there was like I could see what 100 Thieves were thinking and what they were doing a lot clearer than the TSM series, which felt more like everybody was just trying to make up for the mistakes of some players on their team.
Yeah, and also I'm not gonna lie, Neo after we put up a.
Yeah, the bot lane was definitely close.
Yeah, it was a lot closer than I thought. I was like, wow, they're really, really. And there wasn't that much inting.
Yeah, Neon and Afro aren't that bad. They aren't that bad.
But I expected it to be that good. I was like, oh shit.
They've been showing up most of the split.
Did you guys see those bubbles that Ryoma landed? He landed 2
bubbles?
absolutely bonkers bubbles around 17 minutes. He's like miles away from these people.
Tell me they weren't cash money.
They were insane. He nailed some dude from like mid tier 2.
My guy said, "Am I not on the same half of the map as you?"
I remember.
don't give a fuck, bro.
It was so far away.
You're caught, bro.
Yeah.
His Zoe was nasty.
He saw the lines.
Yeah.
You ever just
then there was one in like maybe like 9 minutes. He hit it on like okay, it wasn't 9 minutes. Was it earlier?
No, it was at 5:30, I think.
Yeah.
It was that second gank.
He nailed that on Udi. I was like, oh god.
There was a
I truly saw the lines that night.
They dove Gragas topside and went 1-for-1. And the caster's like, yeah, I think that's pretty worth it for them. And I'm just sitting here like, oh, in what position is a death right now worth it for them?
No. I think they meant for someday. I think they're for someday.
No, the kill went over to Hecarim, which sure, but it's a Gragas top lane. Gragas is farming. He's a tank. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean the fact that someday was able to get a return kill for his death, shit.
But it's not really. I don't think the dive overall was worth it if they go 1-for-1 because 100 Thieves doesn't care how much gold Dignitas have. As like this is their best draft yet. Like not gonna lie, the best draft of the series. As bad as it turned up, this is a better fight comp than they've ever had into basically the same comp minus a little bit of utility for 100 Thieves. But I don't think you can give 100 Thieves this gold that early. Like giving them any free gold, like even in a 1-for-1, sure. If your options are 0-for-1 or a 1-for-1, then all right, fine, take the 1-for-1. Like
but the fact that just you committed for a 3-on-1 dive, so now that's worth for. Yeah.
Well, right, but no. They were saying it was worth it for Dignitas. Is it worth it for Someday? Sure, but like they said, Dignitas made a good dive by going 1-for-1 there.
Yeah, no.
But here's the thing: they burned a teleport and they routed the jungler to do it. So that's why they thought it was good because they didn't just waste their time; they wasted resources from 100 Thieves.
Mm-hmm.
But I absolutely disagree with the notion that going 1-for-1 from behind in that kind of position, even if you blew the teleport, it was worth it at all. Because it just It's just such a weak play. I don't. Oh, I really disagree.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about Dopa predicting that Xin Zhao is gonna be meta, and I think I misspelled Zhao.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Yep.
you did.
Yeah.
And Lane Lee Sin is gonna be coming up. So let's talk about Xin Zhao real quick.
Can I just say, if he's right, I pray for us all.
Yeah, I pray for us all too, please.
If that comes up, Dion, it's prayers up for the boys.
So,
Uninstall for a couple weeks, let it ride out.
I'm not sure if he meant that Xin Zhao Lane would be coming up, because I do think Xin Zhao in general should be coming up because of the amount of range they gave his E. Like his engage range went up significantly because now he has 1100. For reference, Caitlyn's auto attack is 650.
Is 11. Yeah. Oh,
yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. He has double that range. Yeah. Does he have to land the W on somebody?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait. Trying to remember the W.
I think
His
the W
W
is the
is the
slow.
No, it's a point and click. No.
No,
So,
he's
the
up
the point and click.
He's point and click. Yeah, he has a he has to
So
actually,
his W is, I think, the same, but then his E is 1100 dash range, which is insane.
That's disgusting.
Like, imagine ganking a lane like that. You whack the champion, they get slowed, they flash away, and you're like, haha, it's not enough, bitch, and you still follow.
Yeah. This sucks.
I definitely see Xin Zhao coming up. I'm not sure what builds.
Yeah.
But I see him coming up.
Definitely see this. This is This is gonna be.
What do you guys think of Lane Lee Sin?
Why?
Run it bot lane with a Riven. Throw it back to what me and Anthony used to do in season 3 to farm Ws.
I don't want to think about that. Back when Wriggles was an item that gave a ward, and that's how we
would
the waves.
we would run Riven, Lee Sin bot, and we would just destroy people. It was a heavy cheese lane. We camped in bushes. I ran a crit rune for that 1% chance. Shout out the old runes.
Yo, just 1% crit.
So,
Dion, if you get that 1% crit off, you win every single 1v1 in the game.
Yeah, I know. I know.
So, what do you guys think about Lee Sin versus Vayne? Who wins that matchup?
No.
Lee Sin.
Yeah.
You think Lee Sin wins that lane?
Look, Lee Sin if he catches a Q.
If it's my Lee Sin.
It's my Lee Sin.
If I beat anyone, anywhere, any place, anytime.
Yeah.
I think absolutely not. I think Lee Sin never has access to Vayne and will always be shoving the lane in, even if he's trading, because his E is an AoE, and Vayne has no AoE. Vayne will always be single targeting on the wave and last hitting, and Vayne also has free 3-hit harass, and Lee Sin cannot respond. So unless Vayne is standing on melee minions and Lee Sin dashes to his own melee minion to initiate, there's no instance in which he can get in onto Vayne and won't end up either under turret or just getting E'd away while Vayne just gets to leave. Like, I just don't. Huh?
Can I ask? Is he talking about top lane Lee or mid lane Lee?
He just said lane. I didn't look into this that much. I just wanted an extra topic, and this seemed remotely interesting.
I'm not gonna lie, no.
Against some of the lower tier mid laners, I can see it working.
No.
Like
no.
If you're playing him in mid lane, I feel like you gotta be playing assassin, because if you can't just burst out the mid laner, then it's just like, what are you doing? Like, what's the point? Why not play anybody else at this point? He seems so useless all the time in this meta for some reason. Like, his clear is so bad, and his objective control isn't as good as most of the other champions right now. Like, he thrives in a skirmishy gank meta, and that's not now.
Yeah. Not.
Were you gonna say something, Dion?
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, out of like all the out of all the 10 years so far that we have played of League of Legends, has Lane Lee Sin been meta? Like truly been meta.
He was
like,
at
truly.
one point.
What?
Definitely
2
at some
weeks?
point during season 2 or 3, or one. I mean,
Okay, that's okay. So when no one knew what the hell.
yeah, back when nobody
we
knew what
did
the fuck was going on, and we
we
put
didn't
80
do it.
carries mid lane.
Yeah, and we didn't know what a meta was. After that could never exist. After that,
They picked him top lane for some reason, and I forget why. Maybe it was during the Smite meta. The Smite TP top meta, when you would just go and steal games.
Wasn't that just
I'm
Hecarim
not-
though?
Huh?
Or like Hecarim Fizz stuff?
It was Hecarim, Shyvana,
Shyvana.
I guess
forgot what-
Fizz? I don't remember Fizz.
I remember Fizz going top, but
Yeah, that was during the
Right.
tank Fizz days when you would just
yeah,
you just build full CDR tank and it's big dumb.
yeah. Man, those were some weird times. Those are some really, really weird
Hey, that's the meta that I first hit platinum in, don't you dare.
time.
I had to deal with that
And
Dog
bullshit
shit
in my
times.
climb.
Anthony Cheese didn't deserve a win.
Hey, my Nautilus Poppy Galio strategy was fucking amazing because what was that goddamn item called? ZZ Rot portal was broken and I could use it to push 2 lanes
Oh
at the
my
same
god,
time.
ZZ Rot. ZZ Rot. Oh,
That's what I'd fucking do, man. You just buy
Oh,
ZZ Rot and
God.
start shoving 2 lanes. The enemy team doesn't know what the fuck to do.
Oh, and then one other person would get a banner of command.
Nah, that was only for like 3 months when Banner was immune to magic damage because someone thought that was a good
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah,
Someone put
I don't
fucking
know.
Banner in my lane and I'm like,
That's-
I need someone to clear this now or this turret's dying. I cannot stop this.
Everyone,
Yeah,
even
the
the
fact that
ADC
Banner
has a
command made
banner. We all banner. We
Oh,
all
yeah.
watch the minions
Oh my
go.
God. What was,
Damn,
no,
you
I
cutie.
played that game. They had 4 or 5 magic damage champions, and we're like, if we just all buy banners, they can't stop
Can't
us.
do
They
anything,
can't stop all of us. So we all
Like,
bought
that's-
banners.
like sounds like that. I don't know what the hell I was thinking about. Just like you thought this was fun. You truly
just-
thought this-
It didn't. There's no reason that an item that will absolutely kill a turret by itself with a mage in the lane needed to exist. It's so dumb. Why is that a
Yeah.
thing? It was a guaranteed kill if nobody came to kill that minion, because the minion had the range of the current cannon minions, I think, of the Baroned up ones. So it would hit it from a mile away and not take aggro, and you can't kill it.
Yep.
Oh man, what a trip down memory lane.
But sadly, in conclusion, Lane Lee Sin will never become.
Yeah, I feel like there are better assassins and better fighters and better tanks and just
Better
better
brain
champions. I don't see where it's good. The only positive way I see to play it is assassin, and that just seems like suicide to me.
It is.
With the removal of Sightstone, it just seems impossible to play him in a solo lane. I think that also was like severely hurt his jungling.
Yeah, that really did.
All right.
On to the predictions.
Time to talk about the upcoming week. Let me get the picks up on screen. Boom! There we go. Now, we are all mostly in agreement, but Dion,
Dion is trying to snipe a dub.
Yeah.
Dion, how could you do me like this, man?
Dion's trying to get that up and find
Yes.
the one pixel.
Dion, I was
So-
supposed to be the contrarian. I was contrarian last week. I was supposed to be contrarian this week. Like, these roles were assigned, man. Did you not read the memo?
Did you not read the script, bro? You're
It's hard to break
snitching.
from the script. This is how it's
All
gonna
right,
go.
he's fired. Mute the mic.
Oh,
Mute the mic.
Matt, what are you doing?
That's so
What do
mad.
you mean?
Nice tunes you got over
It
there.
doesn't
Oh,
matter.
I'm on
It's
push to
all right.
talk.
Oh my god.
I didn't realize I
Matt.
had that selected.
All right.
Nice.
So,
So,
we all think C9's
my reasoning for
Oh crap! I
okay.
have the picks backwards in the thing. God damn it!
NA production.
NA production.
Dog shit video game player.
All right, just imagine the matchups are the other way around. All right, so we all think C9 is gonna win. I might hazard a guess that it's pretty obvious why we might think that. Now Matt thinks this is gonna be kind of close though. Matt, why do you think it's gonna be kind of close?
Because I just felt like calling it 3-2, bro. Honestly, there was no rhyme or reason. I said the name of the team, and then I thought for a second, and I went, yeah, 3-2 sounds right. And that was pure vibe.
Hey, why are you calling them 3-2?
It very much depends on which version of Perks shows up and which version of Jensen shows up.
Wait, what version of Jensen has showed up this year that you would think is going to go badly?
Well, what if it's the playoff Jensen?
I'd say there's been games where Jensen hasn't really like popped off. Like he's filled his role, but he hasn't really like shown up in the way that he did in the last series. Would those be the
games where he was put on Ari?
Well, that is true, but also he did play Ari in the last series, and it did show up in a big way.
What? The Ari was a non-factor. Ari didn't matter at all. Ari meant nothing. Ari was, I shouldn't say useless, but like you could have played anybody there and it wouldn't have mattered.
Okay.
That's the problem with Ari, is that happens a lot.
I don't know. I feel like if Jensen's on like a big impact champion, I feel like if he's on Orianna, or if he shows up in the same way that he did on the Twisted Fate, like, I don't think that Twisted Fate is going to get through in the C9 series, like on either side. I don't think either team wants to see a TF picked up by the other. But yeah, I think it's going to still be dependent on whether which version of Jensen and which version of Perks. I'm going to stick to that line.
I think it's going to be about the top lane. I think it's going to be about them being able to mitigate the gigantic top gap that is Fudge.
Yeah,
they've done it before.
Have they?
They have done it against TL.
But they've committed all of their resources to it. They basically say this game is won or lost on everyone else going everyone going even, including Fudge. And they have to make sure Fudge goes even. And if Fudge doesn't go even, they're going to lose.
But you also have to consider that in this matchup, I think that C9 has the better bottom lane. I think Sven and Vulcan is a lane that can play with attention and without attention. Like they can do weak side, they can do strong side. You can play through them. You can choose not to play through them. It'll be fine either way. Whereas Tactical has those instances where he does be tactically entering.
Sven does it too though. He lost TSM a series once because he ran over to Barrett and died.
TSM?
Yeah, he lost TSM a series. Oh, and he lost C9 a series doing the same thing. Like that's what I was saying before. This is about what AD carry is going to int the least.
I'll also say that I think that Sven, being the more experienced AD carry, is probably not going to do that again.
I would have said that after the first time I saw him do it. Then he did it again.
Well, you see, he had to do it for two different teams. Now he's on C9. He did it one time. He's got it out of his system. It's fine. I really do believe that C9 have like a second gear that's like between all these veterans.
I don't think C9 have that much more in the tank to show anybody. I think all of these teams are a pretty known quantity at this point, and it's going to come down to who can hit their peak at the right time and get the right draft against each other and come out on top. I'm not to say it's all coin flip, but I think it's pretty close, even between like most of between.
There are two G2 players here, and Dion has claimed that G2 is the coin flip machine. So we could.
I mean,
I thought that was Haymant's nickname.
Coin flip, but are we looking?
No. That was mine.
No, I know what I'm saying. Like, are we looking at a coin flip though? Because it is. It might be.
Okay, so wait. Oh yeah, we do have two former
Technically, you have 3 if you count Mithy.
He's not playing. He's a coach. He's
No,
not
he
playing.
just does
He doesn't
pick
count.
ban. That's all he does.
Yeah, he doesn't count. He doesn't count. He doesn't count. But I still believe. I still believe
Believe what?
that Cloud9 still has the.
I think it's like I said, it's coming down to top lane, and I think it's going to come down to the draft. It's going to be really interesting because we've been in the league of Udyr and Hecarim, and Blabber and Santorin both like to play a lot of Udyr and Hecarim. So I get the feeling both those champions are going to go through champ select. Everyone's going to pick blue side. Blue side's going to get Udyr, or blue side's going to pick whichever one is the priority for that series. And then they're going to just keep, like, blue side's always going to get that, red side's always going to get that. Until someone decides, let's just chop the head off the dragon and take out Udyr, Hecarim, and Olaf in bans and just see what everyone else is going to play after that.
That's going to be horrible. That's going to be terrifying.
Do you think that... Well, actually, you did just say that. What comes afterwards is a big question. I guess Santorin's been willing to pull out an Italy.
I think that Nidalee is definitely on the table there.
Nidalee's on the table there. I'm not sure if Talia comes back.
Lilia's going to be there. Talia's probably not coming back. They nerfed her pretty good.
Okay. So it would be maybe a Nidalee Lilia matchup. Or another obscure jungler that might just come back specifically for this series.
Ezreal Jungle.
The return of the king.
The return of the king. Oh my god.
When you look for the king, you better not miss Riot.
Yarvin.
God,
Vi.
no. Graves might come up. Skarner might come up.
Yeah.
Mundo.
AP Vi. I'm saying it.
Ew. Why?
Nice.
Because her ult doesn't scale with AP.
True.
But one that does now. Actually, I'm not sure what the reason is, but hey, AP's in Zhao.
I don't.
It scales on his E.
It's also not in this patch. It's in 11.16, I think, or 11.6.
Yeah. They're not playing patch.
So if they were playing 11.6, we would.
That's a Zhao.
We would be calling out that Xin Zhao pick. Now, we can talk about this after next series, but Viego's not at MSI. He's banned.
Oh.
Interesting.
Okay.
Wait, I think Vi has literally no AP. Oh no, her E is 90% AP scaling, dude. Easy game.
Pretty good air weak clear.
Easy game, dude.
Just dive the backline and just 1-2, kill 2 champs.
Dude, everyone died.
Yeah.
Easy game,
Get
bro.
700 AP, 1400 damage, boom.
Yeah.
All right.
Q over a wall. Boom, boom. Bye, bitch.
Next up, we got TSM versus 100 Thieves.
I thought we already talked about this.
Did we? I don't think
we
so.
didn't sway fully.
No.
Oh. Well, you said next up like we hadn't started at all.
Yeah. But.
All right. So.
Dude, I'm all kinds of fucking confused because I felt like we already introed this.
Well, that's because we were harassing Haymant about being the outlier, which is what I'm going to ask him about now.
Dion's
Haymant.
the outlier.
Dion.
No. Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
So Dion, why do you think 100 Thieves are going to win this series?
I'm going to tell you the truth. The TSM versus EG game, y'all have me sold 100% that they're just going to win this. It's going to be a nail biter, I'll give you that. But I feel as if the 100 Thieves might have.
So, do you think? All right. I'm gonna ask a few questions. Do you think that Ryoma has some sort of edge over PoE in terms of either his lane?
I'm going to tell you the truth. No.
Team fighting.
Look, PoE into Ryoma in general. Of course, PoE's wiped. PoE's just gonna wipe the. But what I do believe is from from 100 Thieves team, like their macro play in the mid game itself. I feel as if it's stronger.
You keep cutting out what?
Oh, when it's for 100 Thieves mid game that it's stronger than TSM. I believe that stronger than TSM's at the mid game, and they could that if they
So
have
wait.
good.
You think 100 Thieves mid game is stronger than TSM's after watching TSM play EG?
Yeah.
And watching 100 Thieves get Exodia twice against Dignitas, who brought out 5 Beaver Warriors twice.
I mean, they just tossed.
Like, I don't find that to be a compelling statement there. I find it hard to believe that you could genuinely watch those two series and think that 100 Thieves has a better mid game. I agree they executed better on the day, but they're not playing the same team. Dignitas looked significantly worse than EG did, even if they both had problems in their draft and in some of their execution.
Wait a minute here. That means that we just don't really have a marker for where 100 Thieves are. That's what our big problem is.
Kind of, because they got steamrolled by a C9, and now they steamrolled Dignitas, which tells us very little.
Yeah.
So theoretically, all right. If we had to pick a strong point about 100 Thieves, I would say at least in the Dignitas series, they were able to show that they were able to layer like CC properly in team fighting and able to actually, execute their comp. We'll give them that, right? So now the question comes down to, do we think that TSM will be making these same draft errors like Dignitas did, which I don't believe that's going to show up?
I mean, I hope not. I'm not gonna lie,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So-
I mean, if it happens, 100 Thieves will take them. They will use that 100%.
Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that TSM are way ahead in mid lane, pretty close in top lane, pretty close in the bot lane, and pretty close in the jungle.
Mhm.
So that's kind of why I had them at 3-2, because I feel like they only have one really strong and compelling advantage. Now, they both showed that they're kind of able to utilize their top laner. I think 100 Thieves definitely showed this a little bit more, but they were playing against a significantly worse top laner in Fake God compared to Impact
Yeah.
or Alfari.
Mhm.
So it's really hard for me to say that they'll be able to keep that consistency up against TSM. I definitely think that while it's close in the jungle, that TSM have shown to be able to beat Closer through Spica. And I think that's really where it's going to come down to, is being able to get early objectives through jungle control and like that early objective control, and to convert on Dragon 4 like Dignitas could not. Because I think if Dignitas converts on Dragon 4 game 1, different series. Entirely different series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, also 100 Thieves has kind of fleshed out their game plan now. We've seen it in practice against Dignitas. We've seen how effective it can be to stop that dragon stacking at the point where they know they can absolutely stop it. So I guess what it's going to come down to is how well they're able to execute on their mid-game strategy, and how well TSM can convert on their early game lead, as you said. And we're going to kind of see whether either 100 Thieves is going to take over the game in that mid game, or whether TSM can take their lead and pull it to a close.
There is the other question is if 100 Thieves played Demonte. Now, given that they still haven't played Demonte in the last 6 games they played after getting blown out by C9, my guess is that they won't. Whether they should, though, is another question. I still feel like Ryoma has an even smaller champion pool than Demonte.
Yes.
And Demonte seems to do well on Twisted Fate, who is a very strong pick right now and will draw that ban. So I'm really wondering why we're sticking with Ryoma when he can only play Orianna and Zoe. They're the only champions he's ever showed to have a lot of success on. So I'm wondering why we're playing these right now, or why we're not trying to focus to playing these right now instead of being like kind of all over the place. Like, and why, like, because they're gonna get banned out. They're gonna be either picking Orianna as priority as they can, or they're gonna be banning out Orianna, because Orianna with Rel is such a good combo that I think red side Rel Orianna lock in, giving up a jungler, that's an easy pick. Especially if they lock in Udyr and you can grab Hecarim.
I think there's two champions between. Well, there's one champion between PoE and Ryoma that they do share. Oh, there's definitely going to be a lot more. But what I want to make the point is that they both have an Azir.
You think Ryoma has an Azir?
We haven't seen it be successful, but we do know that Ryoma does play Azir.
Yeah, but Demonte more successful. Ryoma. And Demonte's been playing more games than Ryoma, and I
let me see. Oh, Demonte only has one game on Azir. What did he do last season? Oh, he's got no Azir. Demonte can play fucking Ziggs. I want them to start playing Ziggs comps. I'm not even kidding. You get Tristana, lock in a fucking Ziggs, and you just go to town on some turrets. You can forget the dragons. You're on the heralds, and you're gonna get 15 plates and serve up some dinner, man. Come on. That's how you play that shit.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie though. I want Tanner time. I want Tanner time back.
I want Tanner time. What time is it? It's fucking Tanner time.
Tanner time. Like, if I don't see it, like if I don't see him in this best of 5,
they go down 2 games and they sub in fucking Demonte.
Oh my!
That's it. That's how you do it. That's how you get the sweep.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you guys see the Travis Gafford video that he made earlier, where Papa Smithy was on?
I just saw it. I didn't get to watch it yet. What did he say about the Ryoma Demonte stuff?
Unfortunately, I was hoping that you guys watched it.
Yeah, I just did the same thing you did.
Okay. So we'll see exactly what their game plan is.
Yeah, I'll badmouth them for it next week when they lose.
Okay.
Oh god.
He's gonna come out and be like, we just think that Ryoma's stronger. He gets along better with the team, and I'm like, well, he got along to 4th place real well, dude. Just saying. All right. One last little quick topic before we close out the show. It turns out Viego will not be going to MSI. He is still going to be banned due to the bugs. Have you guys seen some of the bugs?
Oh
no, I haven't.
He's perfect.
He's perfect.
My sweet summer child could do no wrong.
He can overflow his AP variable to get negative a billion AP and one-shot everything.
Shot everyone. Oh no.
No.
This happen before?
No. It only works on structures. Yes, this is the second version of the bug we've seen.
Yeah, I was like, no. Did someone else also have this as well? I swear as if like
it's
another
possible.
bug like this.
It's just a variable overflow. It happens a lot.
Yeah. If I just see it happen, I was like, oh my. Try to look at Vanderbilt real quick to give me the deets.
My favorite bug has to be when Ashe could like her auto attacks on her Q would spawn Azir turrets.
Oh.
And like if you clicked Q, it would just spawn them in the middle of nowhere. And you had no cooldown on it. Or it was like 4 seconds or something. It was amazing. I loved that bug. It was hilarious.
I'm not gonna lie. Still sad.
I want to see Viego in pro play.
Yeah. I want to see Viego too. Sad.
The skill expression is going to be crazy because you have to play a bunch of different champions to be able to make this work. And then you have to decide not to lock in to the 1 in 10 jungler.
Yeah.
That's the only good part about Haymont being on your team against Viego is sometimes Viego decides to become Haymont for 20 seconds and then we kill them.
He took the Lilia bait.
Oh my god, wait a minute. He took Lilia. Get him.
Yo, I don't know how it'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna take control of Gangplank. How do I play Gangplank again?
That's the best part. I've been playing like Gangplank and Aurelia in this meta since he's come out. So he just takes me and I'm fed as shit. but I'm playing a champion who's kind of really hard. And also, Aurelia requires her ultimate to full combo in team fights. So you're playing about 2/3 of a champion most of the time, if you know how to play the champion at all.
Yeah, they'd be like, hey, yo, how do I play this champion? I never played this champion before.
I am excited to see him come to pro play though, because I think you'll be able to see some really crazy shit with it.
Oh, even the stuff I've been able to pull off where I just like chain 5 kills together because I've swapped everyone's characters and used their kits to like hop walls and do some dumb shit.
Yeah.
He's a lot of fun. You have to think about the game differently when you play him, which is what like a lot of people absolutely fucking hate when champions go into the game like that. But that's the only way you're gonna keep a lot of people interested. So I don't know. I like these kind of champs.
Yeah. Ooh-wee.
All right, Matt. I am out of topics.
Do you want to take us home?
Yeah, I think that'll do it for us this week on the Legendary League of Legends podcast. You can catch us live at 8 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Nizzy2K11. You can catch the VODs on the YouTube channel Legendary Podcasts, and you can catch the audio podcast version wherever you get your podcasts. Have a nice day.
Peace, boys. I'm out this